Hey there, welcome back to ENLIST. Today, let's go on a quiet journey, a story about coming home, about snow, and about memories that never fade. The return. The train stopped slowly. Outside, everything was white and silent. Anna stepped out, holding her small suitcase. Her breath turned into a cloud in the cold air. She looked around. Same little station, same old sign, but it felt smaller now, maybe because she had grown up. 2. The first snow. Snow was falling softly, like feathers from the sky. The streets were empty, only a few lights and windows. She smiled. This was the snow she missed in the city. There, snow melted too fast. Here, it stayed. Every step she took made a soft crunch. That sound brought back hundreds of memories. Walking to school, playing with friends, waiting for holidays. 3. The familiar streets. She turned left, where the bakery used to be. Yes, it was still there. The same smell of fresh bread came through the door. Nothing changed, and yet everything felt different. She remembered standing here as a child, holding her mother's hand, watching snowflakes fall on her red scarf. 4. Home lights. When Anna reached her old street, the houses were quiet, covered in soft snow. She stopped in front of her old home. The lights were on. Her mother opened the door even before she knocked. "Anna!" The warm voice made her heart melt. They hugged for a long time, as if trying to catch every second they had missed. 5. Inside the warmth. The house smelled like cinnamon and tea. There were candles on the table and a little Christmas tree by the window. Anna took off her gloves and sat down near the fire. Everything around her felt safe and known. The old sofa, the ticking clock, the quiet hum of home. 6. Talking about time. Her mother brought 2 cups of tea. They talked about school, work, friends, and life. Anna laughed, but sometimes her eyes looked away. There was something she didn't say yet. It had been 2 years since she left this town, and something or someone was still waiting for her here. 7. Night walk. Later that evening, Anna couldn't sleep. She put on her coat and went outside again. The town was asleep. Only snowflakes moved in the air. Every streetlight made the snow sparkle. She walked past the park, past the frozen river, and then she saw the old cafe. It was still open, a small golden light shining through the window. She stopped for a second. That cafe was special. It was the place where she spent her last winter here, with him. 9. The memory returns. Anna's heart beat faster. Through the fogged glass, she could see a few people inside. Laughter, music, warmth. And for a moment, she thought she saw a familiar face. She took a deep breath. Was it just a memory, or was he really there? Snow kept falling, slow, endless, beautiful. The town was quiet, but inside her heart, something had just begun to move again. Snowfall Memories, Part 2, The Old Cafe. 1. Entering the warmth. A small bell rang as she opened the door. Warm air touched her face. Coffee, cinnamon, and quiet music. The cafe looked almost the same. Wooden chairs, yellow lights, and snow on the windows. Anna smiled. It felt like time had stopped here, like nothing had changed since that winter. 2. The corner table. She walked to the corner where she used to sit. The same table, the same view of the street. She ran her fingers across the old wooden surface. It still had tiny scratches from her notebook years ago. That was where she used to write letters she never sent. Letters full of dreams, plans, and small hopes. Then she looked up. Near the counter stood a tall figure, turning slowly with a cup of coffee in hand. Her heart stopped for a second. It was him, Daniel. Same smile, same calm eyes, only now a little older, quieter. 4. The first words. He noticed her too. Their eyes met and both smiled at the same time. Anna. His voice was almost a whisper. She laughed softly. Hi, Daniel. Long time. He came closer, holding his cup carefully. I didn't think I'd see you here again, he said. Me neither, but here I am. 5. Sitting together again. They sat at the corner table. For a moment, neither of them spoke, just the sound of snow outside and quiet jazz music playing in the background. Finally, Daniel said, Everything looks smaller now, doesn't it? Anna nodded. Maybe it's us who changed. 6. Memories and laughter. They started to talk about school, about old friends, about the silly things they used to do. Anna laughed, the same bright laugh he remembered. And for a while, it felt like time had gone backward, like they were both 18 again, drinking cheap coffee and dreaming big. 7. The moment between words. Then there was silence. Not cold or strange, just quiet. The kind of silence that happens when words aren't needed. Anna looked outside. Snow kept falling. She said softly, It's strange. Everything changes, but snow, it always feels the same. Daniel smiled. Maybe that's why we remember it. 8. A small gift. Before she left, Daniel reached into his bag. He took out a small folded paper star. You made this, he said, smiling. I found it in my old notebook. Anna touched it carefully. She remembered making it. That last winter, before leaving town. Thank you, she said quietly. I didn't think you'd keep it. I didn't think I would either, but I did. 9. The goodbye for now. They walked out together. The street was quiet, full of snow and light. Will you stay long? He asked. Just for the holidays. She nodded, smiling. Then maybe I'll see you again. Anna looked up at the falling snow. Maybe, she said softly. And they both stood there, watching the snow dance under the streetlights. 10. The feeling that stayed. When Anna got home, her hands were cold, but her heart felt warm. She placed the little paper star on her desk, next to a candle. Outside, snow kept falling, slow and endless. She whispered to herself, some things never really end. Snowfall Memories, Part 3, The New Year's Night. It was New Year's Eve. The city was quiet, too quiet. Most people were home, waiting for midnight. Anna walked alone through the snow, her breath soft in the cold air. Every window glowed with warm yellow light. She smiled faintly, feeling both part of the city and far away from it. When she reached the square, the big clock tower showed 11:30. Snowflakes kept falling, slow and gentle. Anna sat on a bench, hands in her pockets, eyes on the dark sky. She thought of all the things that had changed and the few that still stayed the same. In her pocket, she felt something small, the paper star Daniel had given her. She unfolded it carefully. Inside, she saw a few faded words she once wrote. Remember who you are, even when it's cold. She smiled. It felt like a message from her younger self. Her phone buzzed. A short message appeared. Happy New Year, Anna. Same cafe tomorrow? D. She read it twice, then typed back slowly, I'll be there. And she felt her chest warm, as if the snow outside had turned softer. Midnight approaches. The square started to fill with people. Children laughed, fireworks waited in hands. Someone played music from a small speaker. Anna stood up, watching the sky, waiting for the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6. The fireworks. The night exploded with color. Gold, red, and blue lights danced across the sky. Everyone cheered. For a second, it felt like the whole world was smiling. Anna closed her eyes. She didn't make a wish. She just whispered, "Thank you for everything." 7. A new beginning. When the fireworks ended, snow started falling again, heavier, brighter. Anna walked home, her steps light, her heart full. The streets were silent, but it was the good kind of silence, like the world had taken a deep breath. 8. The cafe window. Next morning. Next morning, the cafe was quiet again. Daniel was already there, sitting by the window with 2 cups of coffee. When Anna walked in, he smiled without saying a word. She sat down, and for the first time in years, it felt like home. 9. The final lines. Outside, snow kept falling, soft and endless. Anna looked through the window, thinking how strange life was. Sometimes it takes years to return to the place you never truly left, and sometimes all you need is one quiet winter night to begin again. Thank you for listening to Snowfall Memories. This was the final chapter, the New Year's night. We hope it reminded you that every ending carries a new beginning. Until next time, stay warm, stay kind, and keep your heart open.